the fabulous form, the time has come for the main event of the evening. 5-minute rounds for the Bellator Featherweight World Championship. Sanctioned by the California State Athletic Commission, Commissioner John Carvelli, Chair at Cris Cyborg, Executive Officer Mr. Andy Foster. And now, first introducing the blue corner. At 5'8", weighing in 143.8 pounds, in her quest for an unprecedented fourth featherweight world title, tonight she makes her Bellator debut, bringing an impressive 21 professional victories with just 2 defeats. From Curitiba, Brazil, presenting the challenger, Cris Cyborg. Across the cage, the champion fights out of the red corner. At 5'8", weighing in 144.5 pounds, undefeated inside the Bellator cage. Tonight, in her 4th title defense, she stands with 13 professional victories, just 2 losses. From Port Moody, British Columbia, Canada, the defending Bellator Featherweight World Champion, Julia Pacheco. Charge of the action, your referee, Mike Belton.
So ladies, bring it in. Ladies, you know the rules already. Protect yourself at all times. Obey my commands at all times. Tough stuff now if you want. At the sound of the bell, come on out, handle your business. Let's go.
5th straight title fight for Julia Budd. 12 of the last 16 fights for Cris Cyborg have been world title fights. This one's scheduled for 5-minute rounds.
First round. Ready to fight. Ready to fight. Let's go.
Here we go. Cyborg in the blue gloves, Budd in the red gloves. To the body early.
Julia, you saw Cris push her towards the cage, and right away Julia gets the clinch, turns her into the cage. This is where she needs to be.
This is what Alina McFarland was talking about. Lean on her early, put her in the clinch, make her work, try to wear her down. And when you talk about a physical matchup, Julia Budd matches up physically, Josh, with Cris Cyborg, maybe as well as anybody she's ever faced.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that. I just feel like John and I have been talking about this for weeks now. This is where she wins the fight. Sure, maybe it won't be the most exciting fight, but when you're fighting the GOAT, this is the type of thing that you need to do. Control the pace, control the distance. Make sure you don't get hit shots like that.
And make sure you don't take the knee on the way out, right?
Nice exit by Cris, and beautiful short takedown. Being on the bottom is not a good thing for Julia. She doesn't have that bottom game where she's real dangerous. She is a top game fighter.
Cris Cyborg, believe it or not, has never won by submission. They're back up.
How often do you see someone just pop up like that? That's the physical size of Julia Budd, able to get back to her feet against Cyborg.
It was very impressive when you think about how she did that.
This is where Julia Budd needs to keep the fight high up on the underhook, against the fence, doing work. Lean the legs, slowly Cyborg down. Don't try to force the takedown.
All of this time, to me, this is what we talked about, Josh. This is important for Julia, because every second that she's in there with Cris, she'll get more and more confident. Yes, I'm the champion. She's the one that everyone's saying is the GOAT. I need to prove to myself I can be in this fight. I am better than her. Every second that she's in there, she's telling herself more and more, yes, this is mine.
I asked her, win, lose, or draw, would your career have been complete if you did not have a fight against Cris Cyborg? She said, no way. She's had goals that have nothing to do with the belt, but those goals have led her to become a world champion. Now she faces arguably the greatest of all time in Cris Cyborg.
And this type of fight right here, this is a grueling type of fight. All of this clinch work, and both women are working very hard to get an advantage, to get their hand in the right place and land those knees. This is a grueling style of fight.
The title holder for nearly 3 years, Julia Budd. 3 minutes into this fight.
Cris landed a very nice knee to the body there.
Big right hand by Julia. She stepped in.
The slip by Cyborg after the kick.
And a triangle straight. Get the other hand inside. She needs to pull her out. Get the head out.
She's not in a position right now where she's in trouble. That has got a lot of space, but Julia needs to be careful. That posturing of the head would be very important right now. Going for the arm.
She needs to stack her. She needs to keep her stacked. Nice straight to the head.
Beautiful job by Julia. Remain calm. Slides to the side.
Nice job on the crossface, keeping her back flat to the mat.
Yeah, she needs to get that hip down.
She's just switching hips actually towards her legs. Stay and face her. Chest down. See, the problem is most for a lot of people is they stay up on their knees. They need us to just lay flat, put their hips on their face.
Good goal.
Julia Budd continues to apply pressure.
She was trying to knee the shoulder. She may have touched the head, but that was not something she was trying to knee the head of a ground fight.
You can't be kneeing the head.
Not saying that it didn't touch.
You cannot be kneeing the head. All right? Cyborg, are you okay? Yes? Okay. Come on over here, guys. Let's go.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Come on, let's go.
Cris shakes it off. The fight continues.
It's nothing. Gotta love Cris Cyborg. She's just here to fight.
And she comes out swinging after that. Heavy leg kick. 45 seconds left in round 1. She fires away.
Big right hand by Cris. This is where Cris becomes very dangerous. On top, she is explosive.
Julia Budd needs to control the posture of Cris Cyborg right here.
She's doing that. She's doing a good job. Nice and relaxed.
20 seconds left in the round, so she just really honestly, well, she's done a good job in this round. She needs to maybe try to create a little bit of space, try to get it back to the fence, or she can just hold for the rest of the round.
Well, she has done a good job, but she just took a shot to put her on her butt.
The arm kick from Julia Budd. Some hammer fists from Cyborg, round 1 in the books.
Take a look at this shot. Nice shot here. Bip. That was the push kick. That was a nice kick by Cris. Just lost her footing, and that's how Julia ended up on top. But this was the knee that she landed. You can see it definitely touches Cris in the head. She doesn't care. She got right back to it and then lands that shot right there. A little bit off balance. It was her foot was up in the air. I don't think she was hurt from the shot.
It landed actually to the body was that punch.
Yeah.
Set for the start of round number 2. You talk about superstars and legends. Marlos Kunin. Cyborg fought her twice. Julia Budd defeated Marlos Kunin to become the inaugural Bellator featherweight world champion. Big John, who gets round 1?
No, it was a very close round, but there were some things that happened that give Cris Cyborg round 4
And she comes out extremely aggressive here at the beginning of round number 2.
Going behind. Julia trying to get that Uchimata. Did not work. Cris slipped right behind her.
Take a look at the striking efficiency in round number 1.
That's the difference. That's why Cris Cyborg won that round 10-9 on my scorecard. She just landed the better shots overall. Again, this is not a sprint. It can be that marathon. You get into the 5th round, all that work Julia's trying to do, that will add up.
Cris Cyborg scheduled for 5 rounds, 13 times. Julia scheduled for 5 rounds, 4 times. Beginning with that title fight, of course, that we talked about with Marlos Kunin. Rarely have either of them gone the full 25.
Julia getting opened up a little bit as far as her hands are starting to fall off the side. She needs to be careful.
Chris, sometimes what you'll see, and especially in a 5-round fight, you'll see the fighters come out, you'll see one of them kind of have an adrenaline dump. If you saw that in the first round, now we're seeing one in the second round with Julia, but if she ever can get to the third round, she'll catch that second win. End of the second, into the third is generally when you guys start to catch your second win.
Julia Budd, the only woman to defeat Gina Carano in kickboxing. Cyborg's win over Gina Carano put Chris on the map.
Physically, both women are so strong. It's just remarkable to see some of the things they're doing. And you see how they're putting their arm, bracing out, framing out, like Julia just did, and Chris just crushes it.
Julia's worried too much a little bit about the striking, when she should be worried about getting an underhook and elevating it and turning Cyborg to the fence. And now what she does here, there she goes. She just circle her back off the fence so she doesn't end up there again. So I'm trying to circle back to the center so she can put Cyborg's back to the fence. Breathing pretty heavy right now. You see her mouth is open.
Both of them are breathing kind of heavy. There's so much pressure. There's an adrenaline dump. And the guy gets moving.
That's a nice little push kick there. To me, I feel like that's a better use of her tools against Cyborg. Keeps her a little bit away, so there's less chance of her closing that distance and landing a big punch.
Julia's making a mistake on the arm. He's going to grab the head instead of shooting for that underhook.
That's the strength there of Julia Budd. Cyborg tried to take her down. The champ trying to work in the clinch. 90 seconds on the clock here, round number 2.
You see every there in her corner trying to whisper here and tell her to lift the underhook.
Exactly. Let him hold there. Get that underhook. That's going to get your position. Here's how that was.
I didn't understand. It's a Russian.
And what you're seeing, Chris is starting to win the position more. You're seeing Julia having mistakes as far as moving her head overhead. She needs to always work towards getting that underhook. That's what's going to work for her.
Good shots from Cyborg. Couple of knees from that clinch position. Under a minute on the clock here. Fight scheduled for 5 5-minute rounds. Featherweight title on the line.
What I don't like what I'm seeing right now is there's a little tell every time Julia's going to throw. She lifts that lead leg before she does anything. It's a tell that she's going to do something, so that gives Cyborg a chance to take a step back and get out of range.
Decade ago, there is again. Julia Budd said I was a kickboxer with no grappling, no wrestling, no other martial arts experience. Both of these women have complete games. Shooting for the takedown, right on cue.
That's on that smash single. What she needs to do, she needs to pull her away and step behind or get her feet moving.
Another good knee from Cris Cyborg, John.
This response, you see Chris not only fought off the takedown, but left her with the reminder of you don't want to do that. Nice little take, a beautiful kick to the body. A lot of people, are going to wonder, oh, can you do? Absolutely, that is a grounded fighter. You can kick him to the body. A nice job by Cris Cyborg with the knee inside. There was that takedown attempt, and look at the knee. She makes her pay with the knee up high and the kick to the body. That is exactly what you want to do.
That was a fired up hubby, Lance Gibson, talking to his wife, the champion, saying you have got to believe in yourself. Big John, your scorecard.
Scorecard at this point, I have Cris Cyborg up 2 rounds to nothing. Not that Julia's not in the fight, but Chris is winning those rounds.
The first round was close. I felt like the illegal knee ended up causing and ruining her flow in that first round.
If that illegal knee didn't happen, it's very possible she could have won that round.
Yeah, because then she got taken down after that, and this looks bad, I think, in the judge. It was that close in the first round. Second round, I had her losing as well.
One of the things you were talking about, Mike, is her husband, Lance Gibson. I did hear Julia's title fight against Marlowe's Cronin, and he had to be a cheerleader throughout that entire fight because in certain ways, even even though she was winning the fight, she just didn't believe that she could beat Marloes, that pioneer of MMA. And she's got to get past the mystique of Cris Cyborg here tonight to get this win.
Well, he just played very mean, angry cheerleader a moment ago.
He knows her.
Yes, he does. Better than anyone. Stepson Lance Jr., also a Bellator fighter, in Julia's corner tonight.
That's what the underhook does. You get the underhook, and look at how she turns around in the fence.
See Julia start putting her forehead up underneath Cris Cyborg and lifting and elevating it up, making her look to the ceiling in the lights. What that does, that stretches the body out and then opens up the knees to the body as well.
Lance Jr. told us with all the training with his stepmom that, and I quote, she basically ripped my arm out. And she is that strong. And looks to have Josh regained her composure and maybe some momentum after that adrenaline dump that you talked about.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it's a huge stage. Huge. Doesn't matter who both winners. Yeah, for both winners. For Cyborg, it's her first fight in Bellator. You know, you want to perform. You want to show that the money you signed for is the money that you deserve. I was in that position in several organizations, so I understand the emotion she's going through. For Julia Budd, she wants to prove that she can beat the GOAT. To me, there's no doubt. Cyborg is that person that the mystique is true. You step in the cage with her and you're thinking to yourself, man, I'm in the cage with Cyborg. This is not Cyborg. I have to say it again, Cyborg. So all she had to do is, as John was saying, as the fight goes on, she should be gaining more and more confidence. That's all her husband was trying to read that.
It's exactly it. Do you believe in yourself or not? It's mental at this point.
One of the hardest things, you know, for Cris Cyborg is you're always that one with the target. And Julia Budd being the champion, she had that target on her with every other person. Now she finally had to have someone that she could put a target on. Putting it on Cris Cyborg, saying, I'm going to prove that I can beat you. That's something that's good for your motivation in the fight.
Close guard. Under 2 minutes left in round 3.
What she needs to do is put her feet on the hips. So if you want to be underneath her like this, now put the feet on the hips and kick them up. Get up from there. Cannot afford to hang out with your hands behind your head like she's doing right now. I hate seeing fighters do that. It drives me absolutely crazy because that's a jiu-jitsu move. You see top jiu-jitsu guys sometimes do that like, I'm so good on the bottom, I don't have to worry about you passing my ground. In the meantime, she just missed her punch. She has missed her opportunity to get back to her feet.
And she just passed her guard.
Yes.
Right into side control. Good spot for Cris Cyborg. Bad spot for Julia Budd with a lot of time remaining here in round 3.
Just kind of got her head stuck a little bit. Just got it out. Side control here. Nice body attack by Cris.
Both women have only been defeated twice in their professional careers. Cris Cyborg in her professional debut 14 plus years ago, and then to Amanda Nunes.
You see that grittiness of Cris Cyborg. She's putting her hand over her face. She's making sure she's restricting her breathing. She's driving her forehead across her forearm across her mouth and her jaw and her nose. She's letting her know that she's in a fight every moment of this fight. And you saw from the highlights in between rounds 2 and 3. Every time on the break, you're not just going to break from me. I'm going to let you just walk away. No, I'm going to make you pay on the way out. And that's just the experience of Cris Cyborg.
Julia Budd was finished by Amanda Nunes in her second professional fight. Last seconds of this round, big ground and pound from Cyborg.
Here's Cris throwing those shots. Beautiful catch of the leg, takes her down. And when she takes her down, gets to side control, lands big elbows to the body, shots to the face, and then gets mount and starts unloading. And you gotta look, if it wasn't the end of the round, how much more could Julia Budd take?
Championship round.
Good fight. Good fight. Let's go.
The champ in the red gloves, the challenger in the blue gloves. Cyborg's corner, And John, I'm sure you agree, says she is up 3-love.
No doubt up 3-love. I'd give it a 10-8 round at the end because Julia Budd was in a bad position, taking shots, was being dominated, got damaged. Give her 10-8.
Her husband Lance said, do not kick. And what is she? Her first 2 kicks, her first 2 partner strikes is kicks.
Fingers.
Julia Budd needs to keep that belief, that mentality that she can come back in this fight. And at this point, to win, finish Cris Cyborg, who has landed 101 punches through 3 rounds.
Basically doubling what Julia's been able to put out. Nice chop to behind. Look at that. He's in trouble on this one.
And the knees more than.
He's in trouble, Mike.
Big trouble.
Big shot again.
This is the Cyborg that we have watched. And it is all over. Cris Cyborg is the Bellator featherweight world champion.
Sit down, sit down. Just have a seat.
Look at this. This is live action. Look at the shots Julia's starting to take. Those are out of body shot, just folds her down. Mike Beltran being a bully and pushing Cris over. That was just wrong, but a fantastic win for Cris Cyborg.
Really? Really? Did you really just say that? The meanest man ever to be inside the cage? Mr. Bossy? You just call Mike a bully? Now that's funny.
He's just mad because Mike's the best referee that's existed.
Ladies and gentlemen, inside the Bellator cage, it comes to an end officially. 1 minute, 14 seconds into round number 4. The winner by TKO, and now the new Bellator featherweight world champion, Cris Cyborg.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here with your winner, Cris Cyborg. Cris, that was a fantastic performance. You, in the round just before, you got on top, you mounted, did damage. In that last round, you went to the body, you went to the head, you kicked, and that last body shot put her down. Talk to me about being a 4-time champion.
You know, and I say thank you for everyone coming here, Cyborg Nation. And I say thank you, God, for having this opportunity. God's so amazing. I lose my belt here at the farm, and He bringing me back here from God again. He's amazing. I wish the best for you guys, and I feel very happy. I trained really hard for this title. I respect Julia. She's tough, long time undefeated. I want to say thank you for my team. I did my camp in South Africa. Hello for Brazil, and man, I'm really happy, thankful.
You look fantastic in this fight. It was obvious how much training you had done. Tell me what you want next.
You know, I would like Scott make one Grand Prix. One Grand Prix is my dream. One my dream fight one more time a day, like a shooter box style when it happens in Japan.
Well, you were fighting shootbox style there at the end, just going for broke, going after her. But you fought really smart, and you took your time. What's the difference that you see in yourself as a fighter just in a year's time?
You know, I think your experience, like every step happened in my career, I learned something. And it changed my game, and be part of the team in South Africa, a lot of young kids there, and teaching me every day, motivate me, and I'm really happy. This is a new era. I'm very happy to be with Bellator champion. You're gonna make different things.
I want to tell you that was an unbelievable performance. Congratulations on your 4th world title. Ladies and gentlemen, Cris Cyborg.
With the official introductions of our featherweight title fight, Michael C. Williams.
Bellator MMA live on CBS Sports Network from Mohegan Sun Arena. The time has come for the main event of the evening. 5 minute rounds for the Bellator Featherweight World Championship. Sanctioned by the Mohican Tribe Department of Athletic Regulation Chairman James Gessner, President of Sports and Entertainment Tom Cantone, Chief of the Mohican Tribe Lynn Malerba, and supervising at K-Side Director Mike Mazzulli. And now, first, introducing the blue corner. At 5'6", weighing in 144.5 pounds. In her second world title challenge, she enters with 13 professional victories, 7 losses. From Penrith, Western Sydney, Australia, introducing the challenger, Arlene Angerfest Blenko. And across the cage, the champion tonight fights out of the red corner at 5'8", weighing in 145 pounds even. The 4-time champion in her first Bellator title defense stands with an accomplished professional record, including 22 victories, just 2 defeats. From Curitiba, Paraná, Brazil, the defending Bellator featherweight world champion, Cris Cyborg. And when the bell rings, the referee in charge, Kevin McDonald.
We're good. Ladies, come on. All right, this is 5 rounds under the unified rules of mixed martial arts. We went over those rules in the back. I want a good, clean fight. If you'd like to touch gloves now. Best of luck to you both.
Cris Cyborg, Arlene Blenko, fighting for that piece of gold. The Bellator featherweight belt. The champion. The challenger.
Ready to fight? Ready to fight? Let's go.
Here we go. Tonight's fight clock presented by Geico. Red gloves for Cyborg, blue gloves for Blenko.
Can we talk for a second about the stare down? That kind of gave me chills. I don't want to stare down either one of them.
I said at the top of the show, they are vicious and venomous strikers. And this has the potential of being a fight that we will remember for a very long time. A lot of kicks early from Cris Cyborg.
Both ladies are coming out doing exactly what we talked about in our keys to victory. Look at what Blenko's doing, trying to hold the center of the cage. Look at what Cris is doing, starting to eat up that front leg with kicks.
Nick Foley wishing her friend Cris Cyborg the very best in this her first title defense.
Like when he's to keep that front foot inside that circle. She keeps it inside that circle, making for a different fight. You saw in the beginning of this portion, this is where she does not want to be.
This is exactly what I was talking about with Cyborg. You watch when she goes against a good striker, most of the time, she will work her way to inside, getting inside as far as double unders, pushing them to the cage and beating them up, hitting the legs with shots with knees, pushing them to the ground, using ground and pound. She is very strong physically, and she uses that to her advantage.
I have personal experience with
I'm
in a commercial with her, and I can tell you, I can attest, she is extremely, extremely strong.
Cris Cyborg spent 2 years on the Brazilian national handball team, and it was funny when we were talking to her earlier in the week, she said when she threw that first punch at age 19, she threw it like she was throwing a handball. But Rafael Cordeiro tutored her very well, and many others over the years.
He fixed that.
Yes, he did.
This is what I'm saying. When you're talking about inside fighting, this dirty boxing, inside fighting, nice sweep of the leg to bring her down. All of this is, there is so much technique that is actually applied. People don't, they think that, oh, it's not that difficult. So much is going on. A lot of energy is being burned, but this is exactly what Cris Cyborg needs to do to beat someone with the good hands that Arlene Blenko possesses.
Arlene Blenko says she spent a lot of time with Alexander Volkanovski. So Volkanovski, the guys there, a big group of people there, are all smaller, but physically strong. So that's kind of helped prepare her for Cris Cyborg's strength. The issue is, as we just saw right away, the takedown, the top position, the control, the strength. She's starting to work into that crucifix position or trying to get to that position. You see her there trying to control that. That all adds up to damage in a 5-round fight. It can make a 5-round fight seem very long.
Yes, again, well, Cris has worked with a lot of really good grapplers throughout her career.
Believe it or not, though, John, she's never earned a victory by submission.
That's crazy.
She's so vicious with her hands.
Yeah, with her hands, she's just Hands and elbows. This is right in bad position for Arlene. She really needs to work and get herself at least back to a half guard if she can.
Getting heavy.
And there's a lot of time on the clock.
I've always been against trying to hold and hug from that bottom position. You need to be pushing on the hips. As soon as they go to posture up, start pushing on those hips and making space.
Swerving back.
If they're trying to strike, they're not trying to defend and control the
She's
position.
in trouble early, trying to block off. Cyborg holds on.
Good job of Blanco to at least get herself back up to her knees. She's got to try to work to keep herself from being brought back down, getting her hips flat and her legs up in the air.
Chris is a little high, so
She is a little high.
if Arlene Blanco was to tripod up and shake a little bit, she might be able to get her off.
You can see Cris taking it, controlling the arms, pulling herself back.
Get to that. She needs to get. Arlene needs to get to her hands so she can start trying to wiggle off that other hook. She's working on the neck. When someone posts their hands, you should be trying to choke them. When they start to choke, then that means that they can't. They're going to defend or they're going to get choked.
Arlene Blanco has never been knocked out in MMA or boxing.
Those shots coming under the arm when you don't see them, those do a lot of damage.
What Cris did there was very nice. She actually put her in a half Nelson to keep her head down, because anyone would know that if you're trying to get up and your head is pointed down, it's a lot harder than it seems.
The head leads the body.
Puta que pariu, campeão!
Isso! Professor Rafael Cordero.
Deixa ela trabalhar! Isso aí, já sai pegando no pescoço!
Yes, he did. He's one of the best men in MMA, gentlemen,
10 seconds.
to the highest of levels.
He's working it out with Mike Tyson.
That says it all. Round one, a dominant one for the champ. Training and mentally putting together a friendship that she said has given her some insight to Cris Cyborg, because Holly Holm is the person who took Cris Cyborg for 25 minutes. Round two. The champ in the red, the challenger in the blue.
Esse chute vai sair quando o jab entrar. Se dá o jab, já joga
Red glove.
esquerda,
I
vai pegar na
got
cara. Tá tudo no teu tempo.
I know what you did
Puta
there.
que pariu! Respirou, já sai pro
Cris is
lado.
being very
Sai pro
effective when
ladinho, sai pro
talking
ladinho
about being the
um pouquinho.
complete MMA fighter.
Isso
You
aqui,
see her
controle
using
da
her
luta,
hands,
sempre.
using the kicks, using the knees, taking the fight to the ground. Right now, that complete game is going to just continue to flow, and Arlene's got to figure out a way to stop it.
I just saw Arlene take 3 steps back. She needs to make sure a step back and left or right. Don't go straight back. If Cris was to rush her, blitz her, land a strike, you're end up in a position where you're back against the fence. She needs to get off that fence.
Very nice little dip and rip by Cris Cyborg. She is just
Arlene Blanco has not been stopped in over 5 years. That was by Marlos Kunin.
If this continues on, she's going to have a hard time staying in this fight. She's taking some heavy, big shots, Mike.
That kind of hand speed and damage that Cris Cyborg puts on an opponent is how she finished Julia Budd to win the title here in Bellator.
Exactly right. She put heavy shots with a lot of velocity on them. Went to the body, broke her down. That's a lot of shoulder pressure, Josh. That's about.
All Cyborg so far.
Just having Arlene Blanco carry all the weight, put the shoulder pressure in the chin. She's holding at the neck there and doing damage. She looks for the ref to step in here any moment, John.
She is taking some heavy shots.
Watch your fingers, Cris.
Cris switches some of those blows into elbows. It's going to have a huge effect on this fight right now.
I want to see Arlene probably take her feet to the fence and try and use that type of escape where she runs her feet along the fence to try and bridge her over. Because right now she's turning the wrong way, which is giving her a back.
Could Cris Cyborg defend her title with her first career win by submission?
She's going to get it right now, Mike. That is, she's slipping in. There's a lot of weight on top.
It is all over! Just like that!
Ladies and gentlemen, inside the Bellator cage, the tap by way of a rear naked choke officially. 2 minutes, 36 seconds into round number 2. She is the winner by submission and still Bellator featherweight world champion Cris Cyborg.
Cris, you were fast, you were accurate, you were nasty in that fight. You were using a full MMA game. Talk to me about going back with that man over there as your coach.
You know, and I say thank you, God, first for the opportunity here. Thank Carlene for accepting to fight me. You know, this is amazing. I can hear my corner, amazing. This is like a video game, and you know, I feel ready. Thank you, Rafael Cordeiro, Virgil, everybody helps me, Cobrinha. And I train really hard. I will start training after Julia Budd. Always I have to improve my game, getting better for continuing.
That was your first submission victory as a professional in MMA. Talk me through that rear naked choke.
You know, I was really working hard because I was having my first submission MMA. I never did it before, and the work, thank you, Cobrinha, helped me, Galvão, Dragavão too, everybody helped me in the beginning of my career. And this is a dream come true. I'm really happy and excited for the next one.
You should be happy and excited. You were outstanding through that entire fight. You are now not only the Bellator champion, you defended that title. So who do you think actually deserves a shot at that title?
You know, now the division, they have a whole girls, and I'm very happy to be here in Bellator. Scott Coker, he is the man. He's gonna tell me who's the next. I just have to be ready.
Well, I'll tell you what, that was a fantastic performance. You were dominant, you were explosive. Congratulations on a fantastic win. Back to you there, goalie.
Thank you.
Look at those numbers. That is what you would call lopsided. And when she saw the opening, she attacked viciously and finished with a rear naked choke, the first submission of her career. Let's get it back to Jen and Chael.
Here is Michael C. Williams.
Bellator MMA live on Showtime from Mohegan Sun Arena. The time has come for tonight's main event. 5-minute rounds for the Bellator Featherweight World Championship. Sanctioned by the Mohegan Tribe Department of Athletic Regulation Chairman James Gessner, President of Sports and Entertainment Tom Cantone, Director Mike Mazzulli, and supervising at cage side Brendan Kaliwa. And now, first introducing the blue corner. At 5'9", weighing in 143.6 pounds. In her first Bellator World title fight, she stands with 12 professional victories, 8 losses, 1 draw, fighting out of San Francisco, California, the challenger, Leslie, the Peacemaker Smith. And across the cage, the champion tonight fights out of the red corner. At 5'8", weighing in 144.6 pounds. In her second defense of the Bellator title, she enters with a formidable professional record of 23 victories, 18 by way of knockout against just 2 defeats. From Curitiba, Bahia, Brazil, introducing the defending Bellator Featherweight World Champion, Cris Cyborg. In charge of the action, your referee, Dan Mergliata.
All right, ladies, been through the rules in the locker room. Want to obey my commands at all time. Want you to protect yourselves at all time. You ready to touch gloves? Back to your corners. Good luck to both of you.
Cris Cyborg back on Showtime, and it is go time for the Bellator MMA Featherweight Championship. And it is for that prestigious prize, the 145-pound belt.
Are you ready? Let's go, ladies.
The sequel between Cris Cyborg, the champion in the red gloves, the challenger Leslie Smith in the blue gloves, is underway. After losing her professional MMA debut, Cris Cyborg went undefeated for 13 years. 14 of her previous 18 fights have been championship affairs.
Nice. Kick out. 1, 2, out. Good job. Nice. Good. Getting that read. Doing great
and
here.
We're already seeing, John, the patience and the adjustments that they have made since their first meeting 5 years ago.
Great right hand to the body by Cris Cyborg, but this is the difference of what we're seeing Cris Cyborg compared to when she did fight Leslie Smith 5 years ago. She is a much more patient, relaxed fighter, and she doesn't just get into this marauder, throw left, right, left, right, left, right.
Oh, there she's throwing up effective left rights and the left hook on the exit. You know she had suffered the knockout loss to Amanda Nunes, and a loss is supposed to be a learning experience, and she has learned and made adjustments since then.
Look, the very best have lost. Michael Jordan lost. Tom Brady has lost. Take a look at all the people that are at the pinnacle of their sport. They've all lost. Cris Cyborg learned from that loss. She's a better fighter tonight than she was.
90 seconds have elapsed here in the first round, scheduled for 5. Body kick by Cyborg.
There's a nice little movement by Leslie Smith. Cyborg threw the right hand. You saw Leslie actually move with it to take some of the steam off.
Smith said her ideal takedown is a knockdown. Longtime member of the Scrap Pact with Gilbert Melendez. And his wife, Carrie Melendez, in her corner tonight as Cyborg backs up and delivers a body kick. 3 minutes left in the first round. The first fight lasted 81 seconds. Controversial stop.
A lot of feints, a lot of traps being set. Both of them just taking their time. Nice right hand by Cris. Over the top.
Now chop the tree.
Left uppercut by Smith and calf kick, and then Cyborg beautifully executed 1-2 combination through the guard of Leslie Smith. Midway point of the first.
Smith had landed that right hand, but Cyborg returned.
And another right cross and the left hook that landed for Smith. There's the 1-2 drop, Smith, and Cyborg pounces.
This is very important right here. A lot of times in the past, Cris wouldn't. She would sit there and try to stand over. Now she's using that ground game.
And she's coming off her first career submission win in her first title defense, submitting Arlene Blanco via rear naked choke at Bellator 249 last October. Smith has never been submitted.
Good work by Leslie Smith. This is not a bad thing when you get hurt like that. You get dropped. Get your composure. You have that person close to you. Just hold on. Keep that nice little position with her right leg. Keeping Cris where she's at. It's okay that she's inside control right now. This is all time to get your head clear.
90 seconds, Cris. Let's hang out here.
Gonna try to pass them out, Leslie. Be ready for that.
You can look at me on the belly.
Good. You're gonna try to go right on the belly.
Nice.
Yes, Les. Let's work
Nice.
Too high.
Step over. That was a beautiful move by Cris. She anticipated Leslie going to her knees, steps right over it.
Go bring your elbow. Left elbow. Throw it. Go your left elbow.
Leslie Smith.
Yes, kid.
Keep throwing that elbow.
And down, there's a knee to the back. Suplex by Cris Cyborg, led by Maya, and then a series of hammer fists on Leslie Smith. Explosive suplex by the champion.
That's the difference of Cris Cyborg compared to most women fighters. She has that explosive strength where she could just basically ragdoll her opponent in a suplex like that.
And Smith back on her feet, fainting, trying to find a path, trying to navigate the landmine that is trying to close the distance against Cris Cyborg.
Look at what she's doing. She is moving forward.
Who's gonna come back?
That says a lot. Everything that you've seen, look who's moving forward right now. It's Leslie Smith.
No surprise, her name is Leslie Smith. She has always come forward, always wanting to entertain. Crying out loud, she almost lost her ears in front of the respective hardcore wrestling legend Mick Foley, who I know is watching tonight and cheering on the Peacemaker. As we come to the end of the first round of this Bellator Featherweight Championship affair.
Some of the shots right now, take a look at a beautiful shot to the body, combination, come back to the head. Those are the things we talk about. Those combinations where it's not just 1, 2, there's a 3, 4. Those are the ones that are gonna land. You see, watch the strength right here of Cris Cyborg. Just utterly picks Leslie Smith up with pure strength. A lot of technique, but there's a lot of strength being used right there. Brings her over the top. That was an outstanding mini suplex.
Let's go.
Second round. Let's go, ladies.
We are in the midst of the rematch between Cris Cyborg and Leslie Smith as round 2 begins.
Make her come to you. Make her come to you. Be patient. Make her come to you. No rush. We got 5 rounds. Draw her in.
Patience is
Draw
a
her in.
virtue.
You think you're jab when we get out.
Yeah. Let's go.
Jab, pull back out.
You can listen to what Gilbert Melendez is saying, what he's talking about is let her come to you, because Leslie is that person that comes forward so hard. They have trained in this. You can't do that. You need to let her at times come to you, and you then counter with your strikes.
Nasty body kick landed for Cyborg. Counter right hand scores for Smith as Cyborg went to the body with a nice right hand.
She did.
Calf kick. Inside calf kick by Smith. That's the one thing about Leslie Smith, John. She is not intimidated by Cris Cyborg. Just the second rematch in Cyborg's illustrious career, and Cyborg, well, leading the striking parade.
Well, there's no doubt she's winning that right now. She's landing bigger strikes in this fight.
Yeah, good. Block and go. Hold your ground. Block and elbow. Block and go. Tyson.
Overhand right behind the guard of Smith. Well placed by the champion. Stabs Smith to the body with that straight right hand. Smith trying to, moving to her right.
Nice defense, Leslie.
I was just going to talk about how Cris cuts off that cage a lot of times.
Flip that jab.
Big move. Takes the proper steps. That jab only comes across, but even towards Leslie, which stops her motion.
Right hand to the body and another body kick, and Leslie Smith fires back, allowing herself to reset in the center.
Nice, Cris.
Very methodical, patient attack from both fighters. Beautifully placed left hook, curling around the guard of Smith. And it's all about the punch placement and the proficiency, the accuracy, the efficiency. It's Cris Cyborg. She's the Bellator featherweight champion.
Well, the one thing, think about Cris in the past and think about all of that. It's almost like it was a shoot-box tradition. Those big, looping punches. Take a look at all the straight shots that Cris Cyborg is throwing right now.
She said something interesting. When she first started her career, she felt that she almost had to, quote, fight like a man to earn respect. And there were those gym wars that shoot boxing. And again, we are seeing the maturation, and there's a reason for her longevity, John. If she would have continued to be that force of nature, who knows what, but she's made the adjustments, and here she is now, at the age of 35, on top of the mountain, and landing a beautiful combination of Leslie Smith's face.
Yeah, right now, she's fighting better than she has ever fought in her career. She is more controlled, she's more patient, she's more accurate. Everything about what she does in the cage right now is better.
That in itself makes her more dangerous. 2 minutes left there. Another jab from the champion. Right hand to the body.
Yes,
Smith eats that calf kick, but Leslie Smith standing in front of her, trying to stand her ground.
Jab's gonna stop all that shit.
And on cue, Cyborg delivers the jab that would what? Stop all that. Stop run, showtime. Minute and a half left in the second round.
Nice job of going to the body. All of those shots to the body, they just pay dividends as the rounds go on.
Leslie, pop that jab, pop that 1-2.
Who's there?
Now Gilbert Melendez imploring Smith to pop the 1-2, but she's unable to.
Right, back to who's there?
Trying to get checked. There's a sweet little jab that lands for Smith.
You're starting to see Leslie Smith just right there. Did you notice how she reacted on the kick?
Wow, that calf kick, yeah.
She's starting to.
Body kick by Cyborg.
All of these shots are starting to take a toll because she's accepting a lot of damage. Now, she's still fighting hard, but she needs to slow that progression down.
She's Cris Cyborg in the cage, Cris Justino outside of the cage, and she is really leading the life of a champion out Huntington Beach, California. She She smells.
Hold her good.
Smith trying her best to defend, but gets taken down.
She got hit by a huge right hand that hurt her back.
And yet she's still standing.
She just ate a jab. She's still looking for that shot. Just ate two more. Left hand, right hand. This is what happens when all these things start to add up. It's the volume adding up. Just eventually, all of a sudden, your body just starts to shut down the damage.
Strong second round for the champion who rocks Smith again. Right at the bell. And now the bell goes to begin round 3. The champion in the red gloves, the challenger in the blue gloves.
Go the distance. Coming at you. All right.
Feigns from the champion. Pause the jab. Goes downstairs low with the kick. kick, and Cyborg again looking to maybe try to block, catch it, and go for the takedown just like that. The triple sweep, and Cyborg has Leslie Smith's back momentarily. Good escape by Smith.
Beautifully done by Cris Cyborg as far as the timing of that.
Your kicks are
Nice
working
job.
well. Set him up with the
Getting
right
that
hand.
scramble to get into the scramble, not
Pull her
accept
hand
the
down,
position
kick.
by Leslie Smith that gets her back to her feet.
Down. Yes, keep those going, man. Those kicks are working. Set it up with strikes, Bates.
Of Leslie Smith.
Bates, keep to the body. Side kick to the body. Yeah.
Go high left, go low left.
Yeah, shake it out. Shake it out. Start round. Let's go. Let's go.
Nice kick to the body, Len.
Show that distance. Big kick. Yes. Nice, Chris. You got to stay in the pocket.
From
Get down on
the
those.
champion is Leslie Smith trying to fire back, but then needs 3 punches. The kick, and then Leslie Smith coming forward, catching the kick, trying to take the champion off her feet. No luck.
Good. Control that distance. Big kick to the head. Keeps to the body. Thanks.
When Cris Cyborg steps forward and starts throwing, when she stays in the pocket, she's been very successful.
Yeah, everything off her
Good strikes on Leslie. Leslie's giving a lot of feints here.
Nice jab lands for the champion, Cris Cyborg.
Let's go. We're winning this round. We're winning this round, baby. Let's go.
2 minutes gone in the
We're winning this
third.
round.
Buck shot from the
We're winning
champion.
this round.
Coming forward, Len.
Not even close. Put the head. Yeah. Winning the round. You're all right. We're winning it. All right.
It's a battle of the corners to try to go in favor with the judges. Stiff jab lands by Smith. Body kick.
This is where Cris needs it. Notice that the hands are starting to slip down a little bit on Cris.
She's settling.
Keep those hands high. When she steps in, the hands need to be in place to defend herself.
Past the midpoint of the third round, and Leslie Smith backing up.
Two hard ones left and block.
Good rhythm. Halfway through the round.
Good rhythm. Counter left lands for Cris Cyborg.
Gap with back counter.
Sharp jab. Another
Take it out. Take it out.
punching jab by Cris Cyborg. Kick block right cross
Take it out.
by
Side to
Cris
side. There
Cyborg.
you go. Angle,
Right now,
kick.
Cris just,
Angle,
she
punch.
wants to sit here and counter-strike with that
That jab.
jab and that straight right hand, when she throws it, she's very
Yeah.
accurate.
When you're ready to go.
Front kick and then the counter attack from Cris Cyborg.
Start pumping on the locker room. Level change.
That's what you're looking for. When you see Leslie Smith throw that kick and then you see that counter, as a coach, you're happy with what your athlete did because you're making her pay for her attack.
Good. Fire truck. Good. Get those legs going again. Get those legs going again.
Leslie Smith
Yeah, ready for the counter
competed in
afterwards.
Muay Thai fights in Thailand.
There's your right hand. Same thing. Yeah, good. We gotta fire back after that. We gotta fire back after that.
Kick and again,
Fire back.
jab splits the guard of the challenger. Right hand to the body, and Cris Cyborg trying to cut off the cage, trying to
Way to
keep
move, Len.
Leslie Smith in her sights. Another sharp jab drop.
There's just a difference in the power of all strikes.
Let's go.
Right, left combination, another jab. That's got Smith. Smith now eats a knee to the midsection.
Back to the kick. Control that distance. He's coming at you. Control that distance.
Here's
Yeah.
your strike stats right now. 22 of 100 for Leslie Smith. 86 landed strikes by Cris Cyborg.
Going over.
Landing almost half of her strikes, now has
You are submission.
Leslie Smith's back.
Go,
Remember,
attack that arm, Kimura.
Cyborg in her
Let's go,
first
attack
title
that.
defense coming
Go.
up for first submission.
Go.
They can choke now. Smith looking at double wrist lock.
Go.
Okay, Chris, stay there. You got 10 seconds.
Catch
Let's
wrestling.
go. 20 seconds. Go.
Excuse me, Josh.
Grab your shorts.
Another one of my former broadcast partners.
Grab your skirt. You can grab your skirt.
Probably the best round for Leslie Smith. She really was competitive in the round.
Kicking off the championship rounds here against the challenger Leslie Smith. Round 4 for the Bellator featherweight title.
Nice head movement.
Good. Good. Chris, I like that. Dollar, make her miss. Make her miss. Good. Same thing. Trying to move. Get your face going. Get your face. She's trying to draw you in.
Cris Cyborg, a former professional handball player, discovered
Now we're ready.
by a member of the
Now we're ready.
Advantage Boxing Gym at 19.
Hey, good. Let's go.
Boy,
Let's go.
talk about a murderer's row. Some of the most dangerous strikers in MMA came from that gym, including Anderson Silva, Vanderlei Silva, Mauricio Shogun, who his brother, and of course, Cris Cyborg. And Rafael Cordero was the striking coach.
Also a fighter out of there.
Yeah,
Jose.
let's go, push.
Well, you and I will never forget him because we were there at Kingside, Montreal, when he snapped his leg against Brian Gastelum.
Yes, we were.
And now here in the championship rounds, John, we've seen the pattern, we've seen the fight IQ, we've seen the patience, the maturity. What more do you want to see now, though, here in the championship rounds where it really counts?
Well, right now, what I'm looking at Leslie Smith and I'm saying, man, she's doing everything she can. She's trying to create pressure. She's trying to create it in a smart way, which is different than what we've seen her sometimes. In her fights, she's such a just go-ahead fighter, but she can't do that with the power of Cris. So she's trying to pick her spots, but Cris has been landing the heavier strikes throughout this fight. And
would you like to see more kicks from Cyborg?
no, right now, you know, she's landing her kicks. What I'd really like to see is I want to see her stay with that jab. She has been landing that jab every time that she steps forward with it. She's fast.
Smith just landed a jab, but there's a better jab from the jab. Oh, and Cyborg, little poke down like she had a momentary issue with her eye.
Good combo. Good combo. Let's go, body head.
Midway point of the penultimate round here at the Fight Sphere, the main event, Bellator MMA on Showtime. The Bellator Featherweight Championship being contested in a much different fight than we saw in the first and only 81 seconds of the first minute. Whacking combination from Cris Cyborg again with that battering ram jab.
That was only battering ram jab. That was a battering ram right hand after the jab. It really did damage.
Nice jab. Now give me
But it's been a battering ram jab. And there was a right hand that knocks Leslie Smith to the ground. May have been a little off balance, but it landed. And now Cyborg feeding series of left hands, and yet Leslie Smith able to circle out and reset in the center of the cage.
You have to be so impressed with Leslie Smith and her just remaining calm in bad situations. She's thinking, she gets knocked to the ground. You see her move herself to the cage so she can get herself up cleanly.
Smith talked about it, John, being, you know, everyone builds Cris Cyborg as this monster, this unbeatable force. Of course, she's lost twice, but we're seeing a different Cris Cyborg, and maybe, again, one that is really just sitting down, being more patient. And you wonder, though, there will be a fan base saying, where's the killer?
Well, you look, it's called evolution.
Yes.
You can't be that killer throughout your career because then you'll run into that one person that lands that clean strike and just like
she's landing a lot of clean jabs.
Just like Leslie Smith is saying, no one is invincible. Everybody can be hurt, shit. Just like Leslie just got taken a little bit hurt on that shot.
Leslie Smith can take a shot inside calf kick by Cris Cyborg. Beautiful timed into the takedown. And we talk about evolution, Cris Cyborg with a takedown.
Good work, good work.
That just makes her so much more difficult to deal with as an MMA fighter. You're not only worried about the stand-up and the power. Now she will take you down onto the ground and use her good body positioning, her base, her balance, and even go for submissions. She's a very complete fighter.
There you go. You gotta get your hand inside. See how she's inside with the frame?
Leslie Smith is very good on the ground. She's had a lot of training with the Diaz brothers, with Gil Melendez there, Cesar Gracie, all of them. She knows what she's doing down here. It's just the strength and technique of Cyborg is outstanding. Here's the big strike right here. Catches, boom, hit the chin, but it's because of catching the leg and having her off balance is the reason that Leslie went down. It wasn't she was really hurt from it. She got hit with a good shot, but the catch of the leg and then the right hand hitting her, she's got no balance to control her position.
Down to this 5 minutes for Leslie Smith. Can she record the upset?
Nice, Les. Nice look.
Just needs to get a little crazy.
Draw in. We're patient. We're patient. Take that.
And of course, Cyborg Nation is hoping that Cris Cyborg will deliver another highlight reel finish, but she is in against the battle-hardened, double-tough Leslie Smith. Just how tough is Leslie Smith? She's eaten 123 and counting shots from the Bellator featherweight.
There's a lot of shots to absorb throughout the 5 rounds here.
Keep it there. Go against the cage.
The real question I have right now is Cris Cyborg knows that she's up in this fight. She can coach. Let's see what she does. Does she go after Leslie Smith and try to get rid of Leslie Smith and finish her in this fight? We know that Leslie's going to be going after Cris. That's her way of winning.
Yeah, hold that. Good distance. Good distance.
Again, Cyborg catches the kick, delivers the right hand. A minute gone in the final round. High kick scores for the champion.
You're going to have to push time to recover. Put that pressure. Yeah, stay on her.
Beautiful right hand again.
Double jab follows up with the right lead right, and again times it, secures the takedown, and immediately the veteran Smith looking to utilize the cage.
Smart, put her feet on the cage. It's very smart by Cris. Saw her spin her feet right off of it.
Into side control, and
right there you saw Leslie trying to work herself back. You saw again Cris stop that motion of getting her feet on the cage so she could wall walk.
And Smith controlling the champion's posture.
You need to step on her elbow. That'll take away that frame. Yep. Don't get rolled.
Yes. Keep circling that way, Les. Circle that way. Keep circling that way. Now, yes. Walk off it. Yes, go. Keep going, Les. Keep going. Keep going, Les. Keep going.
Ground and pound from the champion, but Leslie Smith able to get back up to her feet. Meets a knee from the tie plum, and then an inside low kick, but moral victory for Smith.
Leslie Smith is so damn tough. It is amazing what she has endured in this fight. She just keeps coming.
38 years of age. As we heard in the feature, the daughter of a United Methodist minister, serving wherever they sent her family, and her life's journey has taken her to the main event of Bellator 259 with an opportunity to try to avenge a loss against one of the best ever, Cris Cyborg.
Yes, get in there.
She has eaten a lot of shots. She's still standing.
You got 2 minutes.
But she's going to have to do a hell of a lot more if she wants to walk out of the fight sphere, the new champion.
That's what Cris has done. She's a bad woman.
Yeah, sister, let's go. Let's go.
I think that was a belch break.
It definitely was. And that's why we both laughed. Those things just happen without you even thinking about it.
You heard her burping. Put the knee right in her stomach. Yeah.
Burping beats burpees, that's all I know. As a minute and 34 is left here in the 5th and final round.
Go off the cage.
Is this fight going to end dramatically, or is Cris Cyborg going to coast to a second successful title defense?
Grab it again, Les.
Let's play it safe. 60 seconds, Cris.
Cris Cyborg came into tonight's fight with 18 knockout wins. A minute left in the fight. A more complete mixed martial artist against one of the toughest fighters you can come across in the veteran Leslie Smith. 151 total strikes landed for the champion.
Big right hand. Leslie Smith may not walk out of this cage with the belt and winning tonight, but she has definitely redeemed herself as far as what occurred in that first fight. Now she thought it was stopped.
Leslie Smith rewarded the end. It's a celebration. Cris Cyborg looking to put an exclamation point on the proceedings. 20 seconds left. Leslie Smith is a survivor. But can she survive the final 10 seconds? She does not.
Ladies and gentlemen, inside the Bellator cage, in the 5th and final round, referee Dan Rigliotta waves off the contest due to unanswered strikes. The official time, 4 minutes, 51 seconds of that round. Number 5 for the winner by TKO, and still Bellator featherweight world champion, Cris Cyborg.
In her first major matchup on Showtime, she stopped Gina Carano with 1 second left in the opening round to win the Strikeforce featherweight title. Tonight in the rematch with Leslie Smith, she stops her with 9 seconds left in the fight. So, Cris Cyborg remains Bellator featherweight champion, and she will talk to our Big John McCarthy.
Cris, what an amazing performance. It was just an amazing fight by both of you women. Leslie Smith was as tough as they come in that fight. What was going through your head when you were hitting her big shots and she just kept coming back?
You know, I knew she's tough. You know, I knew. I met her before. I know my fiancé, know her. I really respect her. She's a real fighter. And man, I work really hard for getting to me. And I know with her, you can do a great match. Because she's keeping going, she's tough.
Both of you were different fighters tonight than you were 5 years ago.
Yes.
And both you were much more patient with what you did in here. She was trying to bring you to attack her so she could counter strike, and you were doing the same. What was it like when you were hitting her with strikes and then she was trying to lull you into attacking, and sometimes you did and then sometimes she countered and got you?
You know, I was already, we do already training sparring, and the people really keep going, already working this because I knew it was going to be this way. You know, I knew that it was going to be tough, and I started to enjoy the time inside the octagon. I know I think the experience is going to be 16 years. I'm fighting this month, and the experience, you know, I get more enjoy the moment to be here.
I said for 16 years you've been a Category 5 hurricane in this cage, just blitzing people, but you've been using your ground game much more often now. Talk about your confidence in your ground game and what getting that black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu has done for you.
You know, I've been working grappling for all my life, but I feel like now I get more experience in training with Cobrinha. You know, I'm getting better and better, and it motivates me every day. Black belt, I got the black belt, but it's a white belt. You know, it's the beginner. I start to learn again.
I know the feeling. Who now? You're the champion. Everyone's got the target looking at you. Who do you believe deserves a shot at that title?
Do you know, for you be a 16 years doing this, I got 4 titles in my career, and for you be a GOAT, you have to stop running from the cat. So I would like to see if the cat's gonna fight me for the next match. I asked for Scott if he would like to put this match, because you cannot be a GOAT to run for the cat.
Sounds good to me. I want to tell you congratulations on a fantastic performance, an unbelievable finish. That was right at the end of the 5th round. Way to go. Everybody, ladies and gentlemen, your winner and champion, Cris Cyborg.
Hey guys, I want to say thank you for everyone. Thank you for my team. Man, Jesus Christ, with my whole career, for 16 years with him, giving it a lot of victory, and he can heal your heart. I love you guys. Thank you.
Here's Michael C. Williams.
Bellator MMA live on Showtime from Hard Rock Live at Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino. The time has come for the main event of the evening. 5 5-minute rounds for the Bellator Featherweight World Championship. Sanctioned by the Florida Athletic Commission, Executive Director Patrick Cunningham at Cageside, Assistant Executive Director Tim Shipman. And now, first introducing the blue corner. At 5'7", weighing in 145 pounds even, with the capacity to become Bellator's first Irish world champion, she enters with the professional record of 7-4, hailing from Dublin, Ireland, the challenger, Sinead Kavanagh. And across the cage, the champion fights out of the red corner. At 5'8", weighing in 145 pounds, one of MMA's all-time greatest tonight, making her 3rd title defense. She stands with 24 professional victories, just 2 defeats from Curitiba, Brazil. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the defending Bellator Featherweight World Champion, Cris Cyborg. Cyborg. When the bell rings, the referee in charge, Jason Herzog.
Fighters gone over the rules in the back. There were no final questions from you, Blue. There were no final questions from you, Red. If you want to touch gloves, do it now. I'm not ready to fight.
Main event is upon us for the Bellator Featherweight Championship. Cris Cyborg, 13-1 in championship fights during her illustrious career. She's in the red gloves. Sinead Kavanagh with a chance to shock the world, coming off a 405-day layoff, the longest of her more than 6-year career. The bell, round number 1. Immediately, Cyborg stalking Kavanagh, rattling her with the right hand, and Kavanagh firing back, but Cyborg looking to score that early takedown, working with Antonio McKee, and Kavanagh predicted that Cyborg would go for an early takedown.
That's what she does. That's exactly what you saw Cris do. She blitzes in, forces her opponent to the cage. She'll land some good knees here, work on her, and then kind of break away. And then you're going to see her make that blitz again. She does. She likes doing that in the first round to break her opponent down.
Cyborg has recorded 10 wins via first round knockout. Knee to the midsection, another knee, the separation, and the left and right. Cyborg opening up on Kavanagh. Kavanagh trying to fire back.
Kavanagh not being able to get the range based upon her back being against the cage.
Kavanagh's coach, no relation to her. John Kavanagh saying in MMA it's all about becoming comfortable in uncomfortable situations. It doesn't get much more uncomfortable than being in there with one of the greatest in Cris Cyborg.
That was right there what you see. Kavanagh moving, using lateral movement. Don't allow Cris to throw that blitz. She'll get you against the cage. She throws a shot, ends up with her back on the cage, and then bounces off of the cage, lands that right hand. Sinead still throwing, but that right hand lands again, puts her down. You see her go out there. You saw her go limp. She was definitely out. The hammer fist put her in that position. Right hand, watch the right hand again, boom, right on the chin. Kavanagh goes down, she tries to sit up, she's out, and then gets woken up by the next shot. Watch again, it's two right hands. That right hand kind of puts her back. She's throwing, but that right hand puts her on the deck, and the hammer fist puts an end to it.
Ladies and gentlemen, inside the Bellator cage, the end comes 1 minute 32 seconds into round number 1. The winner by knockout and still Bellator Featherweight World Champion, Cris Cyborg.
The belt will remain around the waist.
Nice, thank you.
One of the best to ever step foot into a mixed martial arts cage, and the champ is standing by with Big John McCarthy.
I'm here with the winner and still featherweight champion of the world, Cris Cyborg. Cris, that was explosive. You had two moments in there where you were blitzing her, going after her. You bounced off the cage, you landed a right hand, and then another right hand that put her down. Talk to me about that fight and the intensity of it.
You know, first I want to say good night for everyone coming here to watch fights. Guys, I love you guys. I do this for you guys. Second, thank you, John McCarthy, to be here, and thank you for Scott for being here. You know, I trained really hard for this fight. I'm sorry, my team, I don't did anything we planned. So, you know, but you never know. We go train, we have a feeling about the fight, and but I didn't plan this, but man, I feel great, and I'm really happy to win.
You brought in a coach in Antonio McKee, and I know you brought him in for the wrestling aspect. Were you thinking of coming in here and taking her down and wrestling?
You know, I knew she's more strikes, so I have the opportunity to go take down and go do ground game. But you know, I say, man, I want to feel how's it going to be the stand-up. And man, the right hand getting faster with McKee. He knows that, and I'm very excited for knockout.
You have just been on a wrecking crew, running through all of the opponents they're putting in front of you. You took the title from Julia Budd in a fantastic performance. You got through Arlene Enko, Leslie Smith, and now Sinead. Who is it that you believe actually deserves to be in this cage with you next?
You know, I asked for Cat Zingano, the next, you know, but I leave the hand to Scott Coker. I don't choose any opponent. Anyone ready, here close to me, can want to fight to me, man, I'm ready.
There happens to be another fighter out in the crowd who is a free agent in Kayla Harrison. She is a two-time gold medalist in judo. She is a two-time world champion in another organization. What do you think about possibly taking on her?
Kayla, thanks for coming to the fights. You know, I really appreciate you here. Man, I'm here. If you want to fight me one day, it's going to be a great fight. But Ali have to talk to all the promotion for make this happen.
Well, sounds good to me. Ladies and gentlemen, get on your feet and give it up for the champion of the world, Cris Cyborg. Take a look right there, 69-inch reach for Cris Cyborg, 64.5. This is why I say Arlene Blenko needs to step into that zone and put her hands on Cyborg.
Here's Michael C. Williams.
Bellator MMA live on Showtime from Blaisdell Arena. The time has come for the main event of the evening. 5 5-minute rounds for the Bellator Featherweight World Championship. Sanctioned by the Hawaii State Athletic Commission Executive Officer James Skizuski. And now, first, introducing the blue corner. At 5'6", weighing in 144.6 pounds, in her third attempt to capture the world title, she enters with 15 professional victories, 8 losses. From Sydney, Australia, ladies and gentlemen, the challenger, Arlene, the Aussie girl, and your face, Blanco. And across the cage, the champion fights out of the red corner. At 5'8", weighing in 144 pounds even, an iconic career, including an unprecedented 4 titles. And tonight, in her 4th defense of her Bellator title reign, she stands with 25 professional victories, only 2 defeats. From Curitiba, Bahia, Brazil, ladies and gentlemen, the defending Bellator Featherweight World Champion, Cris Cyborg! And when the bell rings, the referee in charge, Jason Herzog.
Okay, fighters, we've gone over the rules in the back. There were no final questions from you, Blue. There were no final questions from you, Red. If you want to touch gloves, do it now. I'm not ready to fight.
The 4th title defense for Cris Cyborg, who has 11 first-round finishes. For the challenger, Arlene Blenko, 5 of her 8 wins via KO have come in the first round. This is for the Bellator MMA Featherweight Championship.
First round,
this
are you ready? Are you ready?
is the rematch between the champion and the #1 contender. Cyborg lands a couple of lefts. Double jab that misses for Blenko. 30 seconds gone here in the first, and already Cyborg sitting down in that right hand that landed. Kick by Cyborg.
Cyborg being very nice and tight with her defense.
Punch combination. Blenko tries to respond. Cyborg's corner, imploring her to stay with the jab. Blenko swinging with that right hand. Half kick by Cyborg. jab to the body by the champ.
One of the good things about Arlene Blencowe, she usually throws very straight punches that get there fast.
Cyborg coming forward, sitting down on her punches.
That was a nice kick right up between the guard by Cyborg, and she opened up with that attack.
Blencowe has never been knocked out. She feels the 1-2 from Cyborg, then she closes the gap, they clinch. And Cyborg backs Blencowe to the fence. And Blencowe looking to turn the tables. Battle for positioning.
Great head position by Cyborg. You saw how she was using her head to keep Arlene's face up. Now it's down, but still she's got good head control. Cyborg loves to bring her opponent into the cage and then just beat her up with knees, elbow strikes, do flurries, and then go right back to it. You'll see her, she'll start to just hit the knees, and eventually she's gonna do a flurry, start to break off, and then go right back to putting her back into the cage if she can.
And there's Blencowe trying to turn the tables. There's a separation. Cyborg on the attack. Blencowe able to escape, retreat, reset. High kick by Cyborg. And the body kick by Cyborg. Counter right hand by Blencowe. Just over 2 minutes left in the first. There's a right hand that lands for Blencowe. They clinch.
That was a nice right hand by Arlene. She's got to get some respect here. She's got to make Cyborg realize she can't just go about anything she wants.
Oh, right hand! Down goes Blencowe! Round and pound from Cyborg! And Blencowe giving up her back. Are we going to see deja vu all over again?
She got hurt with that shot big time. A lot of time left in the round, Morrow.
Yep, and Cyborg recorded her first submission win. Oh, what an elbow from Blencowe via rear naked choke, but that came in the second round of their first meeting, and she is threatening to stop Blencowe. Oh, and a knee to a grounded opponent, John.
She was looking to knee the chest area.
You can't hear in the face when she's down. I know, right here.
Take a look to see, did that hit Arlene Blencowe? Cannot knee the head or face of a grounded opponent.
You got a little time here.
Take a look, we'll see where this lands.
You already know.
Yeah, it touched her, no doubt about it. Not a smart attack.
You got a reasonable amount of time if you like to take it.
Arlene's hand blocked a lot of it, but again, be careful with what you're doing. You're responsible for your tools.
Listen, I know you're excited, right? You still need to pay attention to what we're doing here. You know she's down. I told you she's down.
So you can see it doesn't really, it's more of Arlene Blencowe's hand moving her head, but still,
this is going to be
if
done.
you're Cris Cyborg, that's not worth you going after that strike.
You good? Come here. No. Come here, please. Fighter, please to the center. Come here.
Action about to resume as referee Jason Herzog takes a point away from Cris Cyborg.
Let's go.
Here in the first round where Cyborg was threatening to finish the fight. Blencowe comes in and is taken down by Cyborg. Right into...
She's got her arm triangle going right now. If she can get that leg pass, Arlene needs to really hold on to the leg of Cyborg.
And of Blencowe's 5 losses, all of them have come via submission.
Nice job by Blencowe to get it back.
45 seconds left in the opening round. Dominated by Cris Cyborg, dropping Blencowe. Ran for the submission and then had a point deducted for kneeing the grounded Blencowe, who was sent backpedaling after that punch, and there's a head kick from Cyborg. Blencowe willing to take risks, and she needs to, John, closing the gap, trying to find a way to land that punch. And there's another kick, and She's game. But an eventful opening round, Big John McCarthy.
Look at the high kick. That bounced off of Arlene's head. Here comes a clean shot right down the middle, puts Arlene back. Beautiful. Right hand by Cris. There it is again. And then this right here, the knee really doesn't hit Arlene. No power to it, but just not a smart tactic at that time of the fight in that position.
Round number 2. This championship rematch between featherweight queen Cris Cyborg, the #1 contender, Arlene Blanco. Big John McCarthy has it 9-9 after the point deduction to Cris Cyborg for that illegal knee strike in the opening round. But otherwise a round that was dominated by the champion.
No doubt about it. Like she definitely took the round. Take that one away, we got an even round. Cris done a nice job of attacking that left lead leg of Arlene Blanco, both inside and outside.
Blanco sitting down the right hand, but Cyborg walks through it. Again, Cyborg attacking the lead leg. Blanco trying to check. Feeling the impact. One of the hardest hitters, and the strike stats, they speak for themselves. All in favor of the reigning champion. Lead left hook by Blanco. When she gets tagged with a jab. Of course, John, you mentioned it. Cyborg attacking the lead leg, trying to stabilize Blanco, become more of a sitting target as she slows her down with those attacks.
Absolutely, you know, that lead leg is going to start to get a little bit heavy, stiff, can't move as much.
Blanco.
There is a slight cut. Cut on the ear of Cris Cyborg and one over her left eye, or on the side of her left eye.
There's the jab from Blanco. 2 minutes gone in the second. There, Cyborg lands the 1-2. Cyborg to the body of Blanco. Blanco tries to go downstairs with an inside leg kick of her own. She's backing up and gets caught with the right from Cyborg.
Cris has been very successful with that front tip kick, coming straight up to the guard.
And Cyborg timing that opportunity to clinch, and now delivering knees to Blanco along the fence. Cyborg talking to us, John, that as her career advances, now this is her 29th professional fight, has arguably, you know, the greatest female mixed martial artist ever, but she says she continues to learn how to manage the in-between time, take care of her body, train smarter, not harder, and always looking to improve and continuing to evolve despite having accomplished everything there is to accomplish in this sport.
She's been absolutely remarkable if you take a look at what she's done throughout her career, and she is a better fighter now by far than she was earlier on. She's a smarter fighter. She gets into her opponent at times. She does scams like she's doing right here on the inside.
Blanco escapes.
Blanco cut also. This is the kind of fight I thought Arlene Blanco needed to get into to be able to take Cris out of her realm and into that past Cris Cyborg berserker mode.
Final 30 seconds of the second. The jab splits the guard of Blanco. And both of them looking to hit that one-hitter quitter.
But notice 5-shot combo by Cris Cyborg instead of just the 1 or the 1-2.
Second round of action in this main event for the Bellator Featherweight Championship. Instructions from Mike Winklejohn in her corner. John, let's look at the replay.
That's the elbow right there that cut her wide open. Doesn't take much. Bone on bone, splits the skin.
Fight!
Round number 3. Blanco.
That lead leg's starting to show a lot of abuse right now.
And the total kicks landed. Cyborg more than doubling the effective kicking. Same goes for total strikes landed, John.
Big difference right now. Cris is landing more, she's landing more volume, the heavier strikes are landing. That kick straight up the middle through the guard. She has been very effective with it throughout this fight.
Same front kick knockouts to the face. High profile mixed martial arts bouts. Third round, 2 minutes. Make that just 1 minute, over a minute. Gone here and there again. Cyborg with that kick, John. Jab, right hand as Blanco tries to close the distance, but Cyborg keeping her at bay and looking to land with that front kick. The left hook, knocking Cyborg off balance. Off balance, but it landed.
And you can take a look at the left eye of Cris Cyborg. It is starting to swell up. Both ladies showing the effect of this fight so far. Both have damage on it.
There's that front kick again by Cyborg, getting closer and closer. That's the midway point of the third.
High guard by Cyborg. She's looking right through her guard.
There's a straight right down the middle for the champion. Blood trickling down the left side of the face of Blanco, who was cut by that elbow over the left eye, and the blood not going into her eye gratuitously, but
if you want it to go anywhere, it's doing exactly what you want, running down the side, not affecting her vision.
Feint, and Cyborg continues to dish out that front kick and then the calf kick inside to the lead leg of Blanco. Blanco tries a rush in. And Cyborg curling that right hand behind the guard of Blanco and connecting. And again, with the right, lead right cross connects for the champion.
Very surprised with all of the success. Nice kick up by Cyborg. With all the success she had in the grappling area with Arlene in the first fight, really, she hasn't done much in trying to get to the ground. Only a couple times she got into the clinch.
She did threaten with a rear naked choke before having that point deducted in the left here in the third. Straight a jab from Cyborg. Trying to pick off Blanco. Disrupt her rhythm. Bloody brutal battle here with just over half a minute remaining in the third for the Bellator MMA Featherweight Championship. Trying to set traps, trying to get the other to bite. Counter right over the top lands.
Really trying to counter, come forward at times, press against Cris. She's doing everything she can.
Blood and guts through 3 rounds.
One of the most effective things right here, that front kick up the middle by Cyborg has been money throughout this fight. Right hand, the leg kicks have been adding up. Arlene coming back with a body attack on the counter.
Cyborg's fellow Brazilian Bellator vet, the ultimate cheater, has a thing or two about front kick knockouts. Arlene Blanco firing up the crowd here in Hawaii. And why not? She's made it to the championship rounds in the rematch against Cris Cyborg. Australian contingent with chants of oi, oi, oi in the crowd. So, again, we reminded people that her children are with her, coming from Australia to Hawaii. She, due to the pandemic, had been forced to stay in Albuquerque, New Mexico, away from her family, fought her way back to another title opportunity, and here she is in the opening minute of round 4.
Big, and it just tells you what a good mindset will do for you, what belief and confidence do.
Nice exchange. Minute gone in the 4th. Plenty of leather already thrown here, and the kick to the lead leg, the outside of the lead leg of Blanco by Cyborg. Anything, and again, John, both of them landing, and there's a headlock attack, back elbow, and what a suplex by Cris Cyborg, showcasing another wrinkle to her evolving game.
And this is what I was talking about, the fact that she hadn't gone back to this ground attack when she was so successful in the first match.
And she's inside control with 3 minutes left in the 4th round. Trying to utilize the fence to an advantage, but plenty of pressure from side control by Cyborg.
Cris should take and move her to the right.
Yep, pull her feet off the fence is the instructions.
Smart move.
Well, she's turning her. The veteran now has a lot more space to work with.
Right here, she has the ability to go knee on belly, control, but Cris feeling pretty comfortable right now because Arlene's not doing a whole lot to get to half guard.
Well, Blanco trying to explode, trying to slip out. North-south position now employed by the champion. Going back to side control.
Arlene trying to turn into her.
Still a lot of time left in the round for Cyborg to maximize her dominant position on the challenger Blanco. 1.5 minutes remaining in the 4th.
That's a problem right there.
Look exhaustion sapping the energy out of the challenger, Blanco. Blanco trying to get back up to her feet, but being controlled by Cyborg.
Cyborg with that underhook. That's her up.
Yeah, Blanco does get back to her feet, John. In a bloody mess, landing or throwing the right hand.
Look at those stats right there. 112. She's landed 50% by Cyborg. 54, less than half for Arlene Blanco.
Sharp jab scores for Cyborg. 15 seconds left in the penultimate round. Calf kick, another stiff jab. And the body kick, counter right hand by Blanco. Blanco biting down on her gum shield with seconds remaining in the fourth.
Look at you with the gum shield reference.
Fifth and final round.
Are you ready?
Cris Cyborg, TKO Leslie Smith at 4:51 of the fifth round. And here she is in the fifth with Arlene Blanco. So Cyborg yet to go the distance during her Bellator MMA tenure.
That's right. This would be, if Arlene Blanco could take this through the 5 minutes of the fifth round, she would be the first person in Bellator to go the distance with Cyborg.
4.5 minutes a long time against someone who has done what Cris Cyborg has done in her illustrious career. 20 of her 25 wins come by the result of a knockout. And they're looking for a body kick just under the armpit of Blanco. Blanco still looking to dart in.
Cris sets that up so well. You'll notice she'll take a little side step to her right when she throws that kick up high. Shots you're taking, still moving your head, trying to get yourself in a position where you're not going to be hit. Her front leg is stiff right now. It's taking a lot of abuse.
Jab lands for Cyborg. So can I, responding in kind in that front kick, followed by the jab from Cyborg. Cyborg has thrown 254 strikes, Blanco 181. Cyborg has been credited with landing 131 total strikes, Blanco 60. Kicks have really been a big part of Cyborg's arsenal.
Yeah, especially like we were talking about over and over.
Yes, there it is, and there's a left hook that rattled Blanco momentarily.
Beautiful right hand to the left hook. Blanco just keeps on trucking forward, man. She is trying. She's doing everything she can.
Oh, and she lands a left right.
Find the ability to land that one shot.
And that's all it takes, John, in this sport. Especially with someone with Blanco's background. But she's in against Cris Cyborg. Lost her professional debut, then was knocked out by Amanda Nunes, but since then has reeled off 5 consecutive wins and is the reigning featherweight champion here in Bellator MMA, and just over a minute away from retaining the title in a rematch against Arlene Blencowe. Not going away quietly into the good night, although Cyborg, well, Blencowe says, stand in the middle with me.
Well, if there's any place that loves to see something like that, it's Hawaii, because all these fans love when someone says, come on, right now in the middle here, let's scrap.
And let's let the crowd take us to the end of this fight. Cris Cyborg to the full 5 rounds for the first time here in Bellator MMA.
First round with the knee, that wasn't smart.
There's that front kick we talked about ad nauseum.
And man, that front kick just was money for her throughout this fight. She hit Arlene with some big shots. Arlene took every one of them. Ended up going down on the ground, the one, but the kicks to the leg. Beat up that leg. Arlene still hung tough. Great performance by Arlene Blencowe.
Yeah.
She can be very proud.
And regardless of the outcome, you just talked about it. A proud parent. The fight stats, 141 to 67 in terms of total strikes landed. Much more competitive in the punching department, but those kicks, and that front kick especially, proving to be effective for the reigning featherweight champion. And yeah, 18-0 in the knees department. Let's go to Michael C. Williams.
Ladies and gentlemen, having gone the distance in tonight's main event, we go now to your 3 judges at cage side. All 3, Michael Bell, Brian Miner, and Sal Dumont. See it exactly the same at 49 to 45. I'll have it for the winner by unanimous decision, and still Bellator Featherweight World Champion Cris Cyborg.
I am here with the featherweight champion of the world, Cris Cyborg. Cris, that was a battle. You have to be so impressed with what Arlene Blencowe brought out of you and what you brought out of her in that fight.
Man, just want to say aloha for everyone. Mahalo. Thank you for everyone coming here. Thank you, Jesus, for the opportunity, man. He's my savior. If you know him, I'm not here. So I want to say thank you for Arlene and her family, everybody here training so hard for this fight. I'm really thankful because it pushed me myself more too, in the ring too. So I just thankful for the team. Thankful for Arlene for the nice battle tonight.
You used a front kick up the middle that was money for you throughout this fight. It opened up opportunities. You were able to land big shots. You put her down. You had one moment up against the cage with a knee that hit her to the head. Were you concerned at that time that, oh, that might have been a bad mistake?
You know, I work everything when I fight, but, you know, you have to change every fight. So you have to improve it, get the better game. So today we show a little bit more. So we've been training everything, and then, you know, I just happy for the decision. Thank you for everyone, my team, Miki, Thomas, Ivan, Ray, and everybody, like Cobrinha, Iro, everybody helping me for the camp. So, you know, I just looking for the biggest fight. I don't care if we're gonna be Cat Zingano, or Amanda Nunes, or Harrison, you know, Kayla Harrison, I don't know, next I just had the big fights for my fans.
That's what everyone wants to see. That's what I want to see. Congratulations on a beautiful victory. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Cris Cyborg.
The championship fight in the featherweight division. Cris Cyborg, the champion. Cat Zingano, the #1 contender.
Yeah, you can take a look at everything here, but it is that 26-2 for Cris Cyborg. 14-4. Both women are just outstanding in their skill sets of MMA.
Let's go to Michael C. Williams.
From Southern California, live on Showtime, we extend a special welcome to the brave men and women serving around the world and joining us on AFN, the American Forces Network. Here at Bellator 300, we now present the long-awaited clash between two MMA pioneers in tonight's second world title fight. We're scheduled for 5 rounds for the Featherweight World Championship. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. At 5'6", weighing in 144.6 pounds, in her first Bellator World title, she enters as the #1 contender, bringing 14 professional victories, 4 defeats. By way of Boulder, Colorado, she fights out of San Diego, California, the challenger, Alpha Zingano. And across the cage, the champion tonight fights out of the red corner. At 5'8", weighing in 144.6 pounds, unparalleled as a 4-time MMA world champion. Tonight, in the 5th defense of her Bellator title, she stands with an impressive veteran professional record featuring 26 victories, just 2 defeats. From Curitiba, Brazil, presenting the defending Bellator Featherweight World Champion, Cris Cyborg. In charge of the action, your referee, Frank Trigg.
All right, guys, you got your instructions in the locker room. Obey my commands at all times. Correct yourself at all times. You want to touch gloves, do it now. Go back to your corners and come out swinging.
After a war of words, this long, simmering rivalry comes to fruition with this a grudge match for the Bellator Featherweight Championship.
Thank you.
The 5th title defense for Cris Cyborg. Cat Zingano looking to remain undefeated in Bellator and realize her lifelong dream of finally reaching the summit and becoming a champion. The bell in round #1.
Well, I always say that people can sit there and say whatever they want. The best part about fighting is eventually you get to get in the cage and punch him in the face.
Counter right hand by Cyborg, winding up quickly. Inside low kick by Zingano as she looks for the takedown and then gets caught with the left hook on the chin as Cyborg, they rolled right through, and of course Cyborg's been working on her wrestling, has an underrated ground game, a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt, and she really changed after losing to Amanda Nunes in just 51 seconds. She's actually become a smarter and more evolved striker as champion.
No doubt about it. We talk about all the time, but Cris used to be what we call a berserker. She would hurt someone, just go guns blazing out and be open for counter shots. Now you're going to actually hear her corners. They're going to yell at her, blue head, blue head, blue head, because that's to cool down, take your time, be a smart fighter, and just do your thing intelligently.
Zingano looking to clinch, and Zingano's had success in the clinching against the cage, but against someone like Cyborg. Cyborg very savvy in those departments as well. And Cyborg off to a aggressive start, but smart aggression.
No, very smart aggression, and Cat has taken a couple of big shots already. So, taking a look at what's going on in the cage right now, this is Cris Cyborg's fight as far as what she wants. She wants, go ahead, you want to try to take me down? Every time you try to take me down, I'm going to make you pay.
The only time that Cat Zingano's been knocked out was against Megan Anderson. That was due to the eye injury, though, in December 2018. And now Zingano has her in trouble. Ground and pound from Cyborg. Zingano was turtling up there momentarily, finally back to her feet.
When you talk about that fight with Megan Anderson, that was a TKO victory, but it had nothing to do with her being knocked out. It was an injury to her eye.
Never been finished due to strikes. Although that was there's a kick by Zingano to the body of Cyborg. Cyborg with 11 first-round knockout wins on her resume as we reach the midpoint of this first round. Zingano using it to set up, trying to get the fight to the ground. Instead, she eats a knee from Cyborg.
Chris looking very strong inside of the cage.
Zingano already 0 for 3 in the takedown department with 2 minutes left in the first round.
It doesn't do a whole lot for your confidence factor. But all Cat can do is just continue on. If you fail, go after it again.
She comes off that spirited scrap with Leah McCourt that we had talked about. An incredible display of guts and skills, the reversals, the scrambles, but so far she has been denied by Cris Cyborg when it comes to taking this fight to the ground. Lands it right. There's a right hand from Cyborg that momentarily bothered Zingano.
Really looking to
Zingano's hands are low, her face is exposed. And Cyborg's landed a couple of right hands. And the right hand again lands on Zingano. This body kick by the challenger, level change, and Cyborg ends up on top. Great down pound, hammer fist from the champion. It's over. Cris Cyborg with her 12th first-round knockout finish. Cris Cyborg remains Bellator featherweight champion.
Take a look. This is early flurry right here. She lands a little bit of an uppercut. It gets to the position and just starts hammering her with that right hand. Going after Cat. Cat trying to get after that wrestling. Nice kick up high by Cat. She goes for the takedown off of it. Doesn't happen. And this is where Cris just finishes her off. She cannot stop anything Cris is doing. Frank Trigg says that's enough.
Cris Cyborg trying to squash the beef. Cat Zingano wants nothing to do with her. And for Cris Cyborg, made her Bellator debut at Bellator 238, January of 2020, defeating Julia Budd via 4th round TKO to become the champion. A right hand to the body drop. Budd led to the stoppage. And now Cyborg with her 5th consecutive Bellator title defense, the most among current champions. Let's make it official with Michael C. Williams.
Ladies and gentlemen, inside the Bellator cage, your official time, 4 minutes. Knockout and still Bellator featherweight world champion Cris Cyborg.
Cat Zingano gracious in defeat, applauding the featherweight champion Cris Cyborg, an absolute legend. It's now 27-2 with 1 no contest. Undefeated in the Bellator cage at 6-0, and Big John standing by with the champ.
Wow, Cris, that was an incredibly impressive performance. Everything that you did was under control. You look fantastic in the stand-up. Your grappling, your wrestling, especially your defensive wrestling, was on point. How you feeling?
I just say hello, San Diego. Here is my home too. I can't live here for a long time. I love you guys. Thank you very much for everything. You know, I trained really hard for this fight. Always I train hard. You know, I respect Kat, her team. I want to say thank you for all my team. McKee, Thomas, Ray Elby, every single person, Cobrinha, Fabio, every single person helping me to be here. You know, the whole team, all my church, my family, pray for me, everything. I got very sick 2 weeks ago. I was in the bed, and I was just can worship and pray and watch Cat Zingano fights. I cannot fight. They cannot train me. But I came here because you guys, and we're glorify God, He is in my life.
When she went to take you down, you stopped it the first time, then you stopped it the second time. How much confidence did that give you in, oh, I can control where this fight's going?
I feel like, I know Kat have a big heart, but I say, no, when she felt my punch, the strong, I think when she hugged me, she still, I was a little bit more strong than her when we hug each other. I think she's felt this.
When you look at the featherweight division and all the people that have come after you, who is it that you think you would like to fight next in this cage?
The next contender, she just won. Leah, I'm waiting for you. And Sakakibara here, I would like to fight in Japan. This is my dream, and I want to do a fight before I retire in Japan.
Well, let's bring Leah McCord in here. Leah McCord had a fantastic showing against Sarah McMahon. Big win. Congratulations to the featherweight champion of the world, Cris Cyborg.
Cris Cyborg successfully retains the featherweight title. Leah McCord earlier tonight upset Sarah McMahon, bouncing back from a defeat to Kat Zingano